Once upon a time, there were space pirates. Now, these weren't your ordinary rum-swilling, arr, matey kind of pirates. No, these wore spacesuits instead of raggedy coats, and they sailed a rocket ship, not a wooden galleon. Their names were Captain Spacebeard with his lightning-shaped earring, and First Mate Squiggles, who had a pet parrot that was actually a tiny robot. One starlit-filled night, they picked up a strange blip on their radar. It wasn't a planet or another ship, but something big and shiny and strange. Being pirates with a nose for adventure, they steered their ship, the Jolly Rocket, straight towards it. As they got closer, their eyes grew wider. It was a space station. A giant, gleaming space station with windows like twinkling gemstones and antennas that reached toward the stars. This was better than any treasure chest they'd ever found. "All hands on deck," barked Captain Spacebeard. "Let's dock this baby and see what treasure she holds." The Jolly Rocket clanged as it locked onto the station's side. Captain Spacebeard and Squiggles, followed by their robot parrot, who screeched with excitement, jumped across into the airlock. Inside, they found themselves in long, floaty corridors. There were no maps, so they followed blinking lights and strange-sounding beeps. A few times they had to duck as the little cleaning robot zipped past, whirring and scrubbing the floor. Finally, they came to a giant room filled with glowing screens and bubbling machines. Captain Spacebeard scratched his head, and Squiggles looked just as confused. This didn't look like where you hide gold. But they weren't giving up, were they? Nope. Suddenly there was a loud whoop. "Aha!" shouted Captain Spacebeard, spinning around. "We're not alone." From a dark corner stepped a scientist. She wore a white coat and had wild, fizzy hair. She blinked at the pirates, then squeaked, "Who in the galaxy are you?" The pirates and the scientists stared at each other. Then Captain Spacebeard started laughing, followed by Squiggles and even the robot parrot. And you know what? Even the scientist couldn't help but grin. "Fancy meeting pirates on my space station," she said, shaking her head. "Well, you're here now. Might as well help me with an experiment. It involves bubbles and sticky space goo." Captain Spacebeard and Squiggles spent the rest of the day with the scientist, blowing giant bubbles, making super bouncy balls out of space goo, and laughing until their sides hurt. The sun was starting to dip behind the curve of a nearby planet, painting the space station in streaks of orange and purple, when the scientist let out a gasp. "We almost forgot about the main event," she exclaimed. "Today's the day we test the Robo Be 2000. She led the pirates through a winding series of corridors until they reached a small, empty room. There, on a metallic platform, stood a robot. But it wasn't the clanking, bulky sort of robot that pirates might haul up from a shipwreck. No, this robot looked almost alive. It was shaped like a bumblebee with shiny black and yellow stripes, delicate whirring wings, and two big curious-looking eyes. "This," the scientist explained, "is my greatest invention yet. A Robo Be to explore planets without risking a human crew. You see, space can be dangerous." Captain Spacebeard winked. "We pirates know a thing or two about danger." The Robo Be hummed to life, buzzing around the room and flashing a little green light in greeting. It was tiny, but seemed so full of spark and spirit that even the space pirates were impressed. "It needs a test flight," the scientist said. "Who would like the honors?" Captain Spacebeard and Squiggles looked at each other. Their fingers itched for their usual swords and blasters, but the Robo Be was too adorable to resist. The captain took the tiny remote control the scientist offered. With a few cautious presses of the button, he sent the Robo Be zipping out of the space station and into the velvety blackness of space. It darted between asteroids, looping around a blinking satellite, and even swooped down to investigate a passing comet. The pirates and the scientists watched from a window, cheering on their little explorer. When the Robo Be returned, it was laden not with gold, but with something even better: data. Its camera eye had captured images of strange new planets, glowing nebula clouds, and a field of glittering space ice. "A treasure trove for explorers," the scientist exclaimed, clapping her hands. Captain Spacebeard looked out at the star-spangled universe, a curious glint in his eye. A pirate's life was a life of roaming, of adventure, of never quite knowing what the next day would bring. But this scientist, with her fizzing enthusiasm and big dreams, seemed to share that same restless spirit. He pondered, stroking his chin. "What do you say, Squiggles?" Squiggles grinned. "Space is awfully big, Captain, and that little Robo Be is mighty clever. What if we brought them along for a spell?" The scientist, whose name was Dr. Nova Starlight, stared at the pirates with wide eyes. "You mean you'd take me aboard your ship? Let me explore with you?" Captain Spacebeard raised a bushy eyebrow. "We face space squids, nebula storms, and even a giant asteroid with a face. I reckon we can handle a brainy scientist and her buzzing bee." Dr. Starlight didn't hesitate. In a flash, she was packing her space telescope, a jar of glowing space algae, and a book titled 1001 Things That Can Go Wrong in Deep Space, and How to Fix Them. The Jolly Rocket, once home to just 2 pirates and a screeching robot parrot, buzzed with new life. Dr. Starlight set up a mini lab full of vials and contraptions that whirred and hummed, and charts of uncharted star systems. The Robo Be took up residence in a flower pot filled with blinking wires and spare batteries. At first, things weren't all smooth sailing. Squiggles had to share his bunk with a stack of space encyclopedias, and Captain Spacebeard nearly tripped over one of Dr. Starlight's experiments, which involved very pink bubbly goo. But with every asteroid field they navigated, every blinking space beacon they deciphered, and every glowing space jellyfish they marveled at, their crew became more than just pirates and a scientist. They became explorers. Dr. Starlight showed the pirates wonders they'd never imagined. Planets where the rain fell like diamonds, a nebula that whispered songs if you listened closely, and a cluster of stars that danced to silent music only the Robo Be could detect. As the Jolly Rocket and its eclectic crew ventured deeper into the cosmos, their adventures grew even wilder. One day, while navigating through an uncharted asteroid belt, they stumbled upon a planet made entirely of cheese. Captain Spacebeard, with his newfound love for space delicacies, declared it the best discovery yet. Dr. Starlight, eager to study the cheese planet's unique properties, and the Robo Be, always ready for adventure, joined the pirates in donning their spacesuits and setting foot on the cheesy surface. They bounced around, taking samples, and even had a picnic with cheese sandwiches that were quite literally out of this world. As they sat there laughing and sharing tales of their adventures, a giant space mouse appeared, attracted by the cheese. The crew froze, unsure of what to do next. But Captain Spacebeard, always quick on his feet, offered the space mouse a deal. In exchange for a chunk of cheese to take back to their ship, they would leave a map marking the cheese planet for future space mice explorers. The space mouse agreed, and with a handshake or a paw shake, the deal was sealed. The Jolly Rocket crew returned to their ship, their spirits high and their bellies full, ready for the next adventure. And so, Captain Spacebeard, Squiggles, Dr. Starlight, and the Robo Be continued to explore the galaxy, discovering wonders and making unexpected friends. Their adventures were many, their laughter endless, and their stories became the stuff of legends across the stars. The end.